other underlying factors. In that light, Your Excellency, because these members, they are the representative and the legislature. This bill has gone through different committees. It has been subjected to the Education Committee, which we have the chair, who will give us the entire brief, with your permission, briefly on what that bill touches. In this light, Your Excellency, I will invite the chair of Education to come and give the entire brief in less than 3 minutes. Karibu sana, Chair.
Thank you. Your Excellency, the Deputy President, the Honorable Speaker, the Honorable Members of Nyandarua County Assembly, good morning. Here, as I stand, I'm Gadongo Kamau, the Chairman for Education and Social Services, and this is where squarely the bill was subjected to. And first and foremost is to appreciate you, His Excellency the Deputy President, for the bold step that you took to save the current and the future generations of Mount Kenya region who had been indulged in drug and alcohol consumption. It was quite a very bold move, and when you did it, you invited all the leaders from Mount Kenya region, starting with the MCAs, the MPs, the senators, and you told us that we need to have a very good law which would control the consumption of alcohol, the sale, and the manufacture of alcohol. Your Excellency, the Deputy President, I'm proud that Nyandarua County Assembly is the first assembly in Mount Kenya region to pass that bill that you have spearheaded. And this bill, I tell you, it will save the current and the future generations in Mount Kenya region. Previously the bill were prepared in a way that we didn't have the enforcement officers in the bill. And the current bill, through your advice, is that we should involve even the administration so that the enforcement can be smooth. And in this bill, Your Excellency, the Deputy President, we shall have the county commissioner and a chairman who will be vetted by the county assembly to ensure that we get a person of integrity in the county committee. In the sub-county committee, Your Excellency, the Deputy President, we shall have the deputy county commissioner and the sub-county administrator, ensuring they are the ones who will give licenses to bar which will operate. That means the law enforcers will not have any escape to say that they are not involved as it has happened previously, and that is why it had become very difficult to fight alcohol at the county level. So we shall work hand in hand with the administration to ensure that happens. And on the same note, we subjected the law to the people who, we went to public participation in all the sub-counties, and the people determined the towns or the center beer or alcohol should be sold. And I can assure you, in some of the wards, we have even 2 towns selling alcohol, and all the honorable members were very cooperative in ensuring that this law will work. So, Your Excellency, we also have wines and spirits. The wines and spirits were the thorn in the flesh because they were being misused. And Your Excellency, wines and spirits in Nyandarua County will only be sold at the sub-county headquarters. And in the sub-county headquarters, the sale of wines and spirits will be in wholesale but not in retail, as it had been happening previously. Any vehicle which will be distributing alcohol in the county should be branded, so alcohol vehicles should be known. So those are some of the stringent measures that we have taken, and it has been in the law. If you are got transporting alcohol in a vehicle which is not authorized, the county can impound that vehicle. So people will not just transport alcohol just the way that they want. And as well, we looked into the hours which alcohol should be sold, and we agreed that we should start at 4 and then end at 11, so that at least we can ensure security of the people. The transportation of alcohol should also start from 8 to 6 p.m. so that it will not be transported at night. So those are the insights that we have in this law. It is good. It will be good for our people. And actually, since we have gone wide and far in the county telling the people what the law will entail, I can tell you it has been positively received by the residents of Nyandarua County, and it is our wish that all the other counties in Mount Kenya region will embrace this law. We are ready even to join them as they make their own laws so that it can work in the entire Mount Kenya region. And also, Your Excellency, we request, even in the neighboring counties of Mount Kenya region, let them embrace this law because it will save the generations in this country. So, Your Excellency, in Nyandarua County, now it is upon us, the members, the administration, and the executive to ensure that this law works to the rata, so that at least all which we have encompassed in this law can be implemented as we envisioned. Your Excellency, I would also request the honorable members, starting with my vice chair, to start because of the support that they gave me in the entire, that is my vice chair, Honorable Patience Manga, and also the honorable members for the Committee of Education, whom we worked together with. We burnt the midnight oil. Can you kindly stand up? Feel recognized for the wonderful work that you have done. And also to the honorable members of the Nyandarua County Assembly, feel appreciated. And you, Deputy President, we promise you, you have our support. And also, we would not fear to say, because we are in a political world, that even Nyandarua would like to produce the next President of the Republic of Kenya after Deputy President William Samoei Ruto. Asanteni sana.
Thank you, Chair. Your Excellency, Chair, Education is member for Ishaupondo. That is in Nyandarua constituency. And just a brief, Nyandarua has got 25 wards. So 25 elected MCAs and 16 specially elected, forming a number of 41. In that spirit, Your Excellency, for this bill to come to force, save for the Education Committee, the Assembly has got so many components that bring them together, that has made, beside your support to those. That is how it has been enacted. In that spirit, Your Excellency, I'll call the minority leader to say a word touching on the Assembly.
Your Excellency, the Deputy President of the Republic of Kenya, the Speaker and honorable members of the County Assembly, I'm Mwangi Geshoke, representing Engineer Ward, and the Minority Leader elected at Jubilee. And Your Excellency, I have 3 items. One is to first thank you because of the national leadership that we have experienced either in the past or even currently. You have stood clearly in saying and showing that you have respect for grassroots leaders. Your Excellency, you are the first person, I can say that with authority, the first person to invite members of County Assembly in your home. And maybe because you may not know, because during the elections, Your Excellency, some of us were like Rigaji ametusukuma sana, so we thought you are not a very good man. When we came to your home, a lot of people changed their perception. Your humility and the ability to interact with us, despite that fact of the feeling like we are the lowest at the elective levels, it earned serious respect from some of us, which we would want to appreciate you today. Secondly, Your Excellency, I would not dwell so much onto the alcohol thing. I would want to dwell on the reason why you started the battle on the alcohol matter. Because as our leader, we know that the central region, this alcohol menace has affected both our children, because I'm now getting a little bit old, our brothers and sisters, to such an extent that any leader worth the legion, that must have been the only first priority. Why I mention that is because, Your Excellency, we would want to make it clear here and today that Kenya Legion has one leader, specifically the Gachagua. And I would want to address myself to our colleagues at the upper house, especially the National Assembly. Because of the way you have interacted with us, Your Excellency, we would want to communicate to them clearly that they understand that we represent you at the grassroots level. And that at the grassroots level, we are clear in our mind who is our leader. And we will not fear this discussion of who is the leader of the legion, because it only becomes issues when the Kikuyus assemble some place and think they can discuss their legion. As a legion, we have one leader. And we are also bright enough to know when we are being separated. And that aspect of separation, because of the golden rule of politics where people think you can divide people, because when you divide them, you can rule them, we want to tell them today here that we are already aware of that scheme and warn our brothers, and I don't mind mentioning names, that we would want to advise one and only Dede Nyoro that we are clear in our mind that he is being used and have agreed to be used to divide the mountain. All of us, the grassroots leaders, are behind you because you have shown by all intent and purpose that you have made a decision to put the mountain together. And because they don't want that, because we have to be clear with ourselves and what we say during the day and during the night, they do not want to think that as a legion, Kikuyus can sit someplace and say, give a message, one, together. Now we want to tell them today, we want to affirm that at the grassroots level, we only have one leader. And again, we ask you, Your Excellency, hiyo tupatie tu ruhusa kidogo. Ukisikia tumepigana na wao huko kidogo, kwa sababu mimi wangu ni Konya. Akikuja kwa mkutano wenye mimi niko akiongea hiyo maneno, si mimi nitakataa. Na nitakataa niambia watu wetu, we do not want these divisions. We have a president we love, His Excellency Dr. William Ruto, who by intent and purpose chose our own Rigathi Gachagua. And we are all contented. The debate on who is going to be where is not important for us today. Like our chair have said, we have clarity on the succession. This succession we have been shown by the previous levels of politics. The deputy president automatically is becoming the president. What is wrong in our deputy president becoming the president? And why would they have a problem with it? And whoever has a problem with it must revert back to the mind and remember the kind of work you did to fight Geshoke, so that they can sit in the party offices they sit today. When some of us were in Jubilee and we tried the best that we could to make sure this government is not there, and because of you, they sit pretty in those offices. Some of these MPs, Your Excellency, 80%, they are elected not because they were popular, they are elected because you said. When again they come and they think that they can now come and start controlling, they want to tell them that it is not possible. We will be there, and trust me, in Kinango Pier 8, however, is it difficult to manage one person? Sisi tutakubaliana wewe Gashoba kaja bini mimi ka engineer wewe Gedafai gapa, then the message is the same. We have one leader. We want to tell you with clarity, as I finish, Your Excellency, you have our full support, and we thank you for recognizing and appreciating us.
Thank you, Your Excellency. Honorable Mwangi Geshoke is member for Engineer, popularly known for petitioning the Senate on Ihithen Donyonjero Road. That's how we ended up in the Senate, and we thank you for the great work which is going there. As I come to an end, I'll give Majority Leader, who will also touch on one or two things, then come to Deputy Speaker, then we conclude.
Your Excellency, the Deputy President of the Republic of Kenya, Speaker and members of County Assembly of Nyandarua. Your Excellency, I want first to thank you because of this invitation. Indeed, we are very much grateful as a county. Two, Your Excellency, let me say that you have walked with us within this journey. I recall vividly when you called us at Naivasha. We spent with you up to 2 a.m. This is, as we are now celebrating the partial achievement because of this bill, I count you as one of the persons that gave us strength. You encouraged us that we should fight the menace pertaining to alcohol. Your Excellency, let me say that I'm also very much happy. I happen to come from the ward that we have Dorcas Rehabilitation Foundation. I'm very much happy because one, as we are fighting this alcohol menace, you are also through the foundation also helping the recovering alcoholics, because within Dorcas Rehabilitation Center, we are impacting skills. So we are not just living, we are not just fighting the alcohol. Even through your assistance, Your Excellency, we are able to impact and give them skills, those people who are recovering. That is quite encouraging because we don't just fight without knowing where these people who are also recovering are heading to. We are very much glad. To Your Excellency, you know I promised you, we promised you, as an assembly, lazima tuangalie image ya Nyandarua. I told you, and they promised that unity will be our strength. Whatever now we are celebrating today has culminated from the kind of coordination, umoja, bila vita katika ile assembly. And this is exactly what we are calling for to. Watu wakipatana waongee sauti moja, mambo itapatikana. Central Kenya, tukiongea kwa sauti moja, without this infighting, mambo ya 2027 iko bali. As we equally say, iko bali. We are here to do work. For us as an assembly, Nyandarua, si tutafanya kazi, and this is what should be emulated by the rest of the counties within our region so that we can fight this menace. Thank you very much, because I don't want to take your time. Tuko wengi, lakini nashukuru zaidi. Na nikimalizia, let me say this. Modo dadhia hata ugeti yogu. For the first time, dear Daigua respected yuko yogu. Tuoka goko Your Excellency. Tuakora leadership, branded. Thank you very much. Watu ya protocol. Watu ya protocol. We are very much happy. Majority leader, speaker, deputy, whip, minority leader. We are very much happy. It looks small, but I can tell you, it has spoken million. Thank you very much.
Thank you, Majority Leader. Your Excellency, Majority Leader is member for Kaibaga. He's a seasoned politician. From 2007, he was vying for councillor. 2013, he vied for governorship, but he decided to descend to MCA. As I conclude, Your Excellency, I wish to invite the Deputy Speaker. Then I'll make my remarks and invite Your Excellency.
Your Excellency, the Deputy President, Rigathi Gachagua, Honorable Speaker, Wachira Ganjo, the entire leadership of the County Assembly of Nyandarua, and my colleagues, members of County Assemblies, and entire delegation. Good morning. Praise God. Your Excellency, I will not talk much. One is to thank you. On behalf of the others who have not spoken, we are really grateful. We feel the closeness. And I think we have now come to understand your style of leadership. It is a leadership that Kenya would want. A leadership that is close to the people, close to the grassroots leaders. We have been ignored in previous regimes, but you are showing that we are important, shows that the people of Kenya are important. And particularly we want to thank you so much for giving us the political backing that we needed while dealing with this menace of alcohol, because it is a killer of our generation. And you have shown us that we understand what the message you are sending to us, that we are not safe until the least of us is safe. We are not secure, we are not healthy until the least of us is secure, safe. Now, Your Excellency, because I've come to just to thank you, and I understand the language you also, the other language you hear, allow me to tell you in that language that you hear. Nitukenete na nitumenyete ati nduri o mutongoria no we mutongoria ria tuhetwo ni Ngai. Riria andu a Mathira twaiguire ni mathura mubunge ogwitwo Rigathi Gachagua, tutia ndiakirikire muno, no Ngai ni akuwi mbere ya andu a Mathira makuwi. No riria Ngai agutugiriria agigutua the Deputy President of the Republic of Kenya, nitwamenyire Ngai ni atuhe mutongoria. Na ithuĩ twĩ ready kugitĩra kĩrĩa Ngai atuhete. Nĩ tondũ nĩ Ngai ũtuhete na twĩ ready. Niĩ mũgathe Deputy President nĩ ndagĩire kanya rĩmwe ngoretwo ndĩ thĩ mũno tondũ ona tũkuo nĩ nyendetie gũkũ Nairobi ũguo ngĩũrũria ũguo na hanga, no nĩ ndagĩire kanya rĩmwe kũhaica ndege ndagwa gĩthurano gĩa 2013 ngĩthiĩ gũcaria wĩra Dubai na ndionire, no ndĩ ndege-inĩ ngwendaga kuga ũũ, Your Excellency, nĩ ndaroraga mũno ũrĩa ũratũkua, pilot na co-pilot na tũgakĩrwo captain ũyũ na ũyũ, na nĩ twagĩire na stopover Ethiopia tondũ ndagĩthiaga na ndege ya tago matatu hĩndĩ ĩyo tondũ yakĩrĩ raithi, no nĩ ndagĩthiĩ nayo na nĩ ndonire, Your Excellency, pilot twathiĩ stopover Ethiopia ndacenjirio, ona co-pilot ndacenjirio, nowe twathire nake na nĩwamenya nĩndamenyagĩrĩra mũno tondũ ndirĩ ndagera rĩera-inĩ, nowe twathire nake nginya Dubai. Na koguo ũrĩa tũrenda kuga ithuĩ nĩ tũĩ pilot witũ na tũĩ twĩ igũrũ, na nĩ tũĩ the plane has taken off and there is no otherwise. And na tũtingĩenda kũgamba twĩ kũrĩa rĩera igũrũ, na nĩ tũĩ 2027 nĩ stopover. Tũtiracenjia pilot na tũtiracenjia co-pilot. Nĩgetha tũkinye Dubai. Acio marauga atĩ nĩ gũgũcenjio, no akorirwo marendera mũgathe Ruto, Mheshimiwa His Excellency the President, tamu ĩmwe, no akorwo maramwendera igĩrĩ twĩ hamwe. Nĩ haha nĩ tondũ pilot na co-pilot maticenjagio nginya tũkinye kĩ destination. Na koguo, Your Excellency, ithuĩ tũraigua twĩ gatagatĩ ga thirikari, na nĩ tondũ nĩ ũtuonetie twĩ thĩiniĩ na ũgatwĩkĩra ho. Your Excellency, kuma gwitũ Bushi, gwĩtagwo Bushi, gũthiĩ Nyĩrĩ taũni tũgereire bara ya ihithe nĩ 67 kilometers, no tũgerete ya Nyahururu nĩ 170. Ciana citũ igĩthiĩ college na nĩ tũhũthagĩra Kimathi University na college nyingĩ ciĩ Nyĩrĩ na nĩ citũ. Ũrĩa ũngĩenda mahũthagĩre ciringi 2,000 fare handũ ha ciringi 400 ndaratwendera wega. Na koguo, Your Excellency, maũndũ marĩa mothe program iria wĩ nacio nĩ tũracinyita mbaru na nĩ tũranyita thirikari yothe mbaru. Your Excellency, ihoya rimwe tungirikia. Nigetha tuhote kwira andu uhoro wa maundu maria na policies iria thirikari ireka. We would have only one request. If you find it in your wisdom, we can have somebody brief us on those policies, housing, so that when we go to the people, we are giving them from point of knowledge and information. And with that, we'll be able to support this government, and it is going far. We believe in you, we believe in your leadership and the leadership of the president. Thank you very much, and God bless you.
Thank you. Your Excellency, that is the Deputy Speaker, my principal assistant. He comes from GETA. GETA means Government Extended Forest Area. It was not a word. It was hived up from the forest, but legally. Your Excellency, I'll only take 3 minutes to make my remarks. And within the 3 minutes, I'll take 2 minutes. 1 minute, I have a message from CAF. And I'd like the representative of CAF, as I stand here, to deliver that message in my 1 minute, and I address in 2 minutes. Then I invite Your Excellency.
Thank you, Your Excellency, Honorable Speaker, all the protocols observed. Good morning. My name is Honorable Gachagua, representing people of Dalagwa Central. Your Excellency, I have only 2 items. One is only to appreciate you as a legion, because I'm the one who represents all the MCAs in Mount Kenya. And Your Excellency, they have sent me the message that one, Nyandarua has started with this bill. They have passed it. And Your Excellency, they have told me to assure you today that they are going to follow suit. All the remaining 9 counties, they are going to follow suit. Second, Your Excellency, is to appreciate you that you moved out of your way to save the devolution. Once we visited you at Sagana, and we talked about the autonomy of county assemblies. Your Excellency, you moved out of your way, you talked with the president. At today's, we can report that there is a progress. Devolution would be saved. Last but not least, Your Excellency, is to appreciate you that you have taken a broad step. You have focused more on generation, not on election. The other day, that is last year, you stood and you said that we have to support, we as the leaders, we have to read from the front to talk against recruitment of our young men and girls to Mungiki. And Your Excellency, we are telling you, we as Mount Kenya MCAs, we are behind you as grassroots leaders to make sure we eradicate Mungiki from our areas so that we can have a formidable youth who can be reliable to this country. Thank you, Your Excellency.
Thank you. Your Excellency, at this juncture, I wish to make very few remarks. Number one, Your Excellency, is that the members of the County Assembly, they are the grassroots leader. If you want to go to the voter, you can only go through a member of the County Assembly. Just like the good book say, if you want to go to the Father, you must go through Christ. So if you want to go to Anjiko, you must go through the members of the County Assembly, because on daily basis, they are with the voters ground there. And therefore, we wish to thank you in a special way, because when you introduced this bill, you came through the County Assembly. And when they went for public participation, that is to represent your interest and the goodwill of the people of Nyandarua and the entire nation. That is how we were able to come up with this bill. The other issue that I must say is that we are proud as Nyandaruans. It is in public domain that for the last 10 years, Nyandarua was full of chaos. It was on news for the wrong reason. For now, we are proud that 1.5 years is gone. And now we are left with some few years. And we undertake to maintain peace. We undertake to continue passing relevant and productive bills. In fact, Your Excellency, we are coming up with another very good bill touching on agriculture, which I'll be briefing you soon, because we'll be coming for your support on that. Finally, Your Excellency, I must say publicly that I was worried. I was praying day and night you don't come to Nyandarua again, Because I made so many public declarations. Next week, the other week, the other week. So I was wondering if you come again, what we will say. So we can invite you even to come tomorrow. I'll be very happy to be on top of the vehicle and say, kazi tumemaliza. Thank you, Your Excellency. Asante sana. And finally, I must say that we are happy for the meeting that was done yesterday between the judiciary and executive. Indeed, we were worried. But now, given that you have engaged dialogue, we believe the three arms of the government, the legislature, the judiciary, and the executive, they'll continue working in harmony. Asante sana. May I take this opportunity, Your Excellency, to invite you for your remarks. Karibu sana, Your Excellency. May we all stand as we welcome Your Excellency. Asante sana.
Asante sana. Please be seated. Thank you. Let me say something very briefly, then I can make a few of the calf remarks. Honorable members of the Nyandarua County Assembly, led by our very able Speaker, Honorable Stephen Waiganjo, members of the fourth estate, I say welcome, and I congratulate members of the County Assembly, Governor Kiali Vadisha, and the great people of Nyandarua County for being the first to enact a law regulating production, sale, and consumption of alcohol in Nyandarua County. In bringing to life the Nyandarua County Alcoholic Drinks Act 2023, you have spoken loudly and clearly. You have chosen life and prosperity. Through the leadership of the county, you are saving and securing a generation that risk being wiped out by illicit alcohol. Now we have a legal framework to support eradication of toxic and deadly brew for sobriety and productivity in the community and society. President William Ruto and the entire government acknowledge you for the courage of putting the people first before personal political interest. We know and understand that the pushback is ruthless. This is the kind of leadership that counties and indeed our country needs for impact. The Nyandarua County Alcoholic Drinks Act 2023 is an exciting outcome of the various engagements that I held with several stakeholders at the national and county levels. This law, therefore, complements the efforts of national government agencies like NACADA, our security agencies, in adding consumption of illicit brews. Based on this milestone, we appeal and encourage other counties, particularly those that are working towards enacting similar frameworks, to hasten the process. And for those who are yet to start the process, Nyandarua County is indeed the place to go and benchmark. I wish to take this opportunity to clarify that the fight against toxic and illicit alcohol is aimed at promoting quality in genuine business. We invite all to support this initiative to restore dignity in our youth, who are the main target of dishonest and heartless, ruthless business people. On this note, I wish to thank the media for creating awareness on the killer brews and highlighting alternatives of keeping our nation sane and sober. In conclusion, I'd like to appeal to counties and other leaders to support initiatives of individuals, organizations, and other stakeholders in ending illicit alcohol, drugs, and substance abuse. That is how the bottom-up economic transformation agenda will make sense in the Kenya we deserve. Mimi, honorable members of Nyandarua, you don't know how excited I am. Pastor Dorcas would have been here to welcome you, but she's in Kisii over the boy-child rehabilitation program. She told me to pass her love to you, because myself and yourselves and our security agencies are dealing with trying to preserve our youths who have not reached the addiction level. Pastor Dorcas and her foundation are working on those who are addicted and need rehabilitation. And she has told me to tell you to try. She doesn't need more clients. We make sure we don't give her more. She is overwhelmed by those young people who are already addicted. I want to say, the great leaders of Nyandarua, you have exhibited exemplary leadership in this sphere. After my request in my Sagana home in Nyeri, where we spoke as we face Mount Kenya, you have gone out of your way, and you are the first county to conclude this bill. Asanteni sana. I really, really, really appreciate. Namtolea nyinyi kofia. Na nyuadu Nyandarua, maudu manyu kahitana de tafari. You've done the right thing. This bill, I've gone through it, is a panacea to the problems we are having. Because the problem we are having, we did not have sufficient laws to deal with this problem. And we were having problem with the office of the DPP, the DCI, because of lack of sufficient laws. I'll be meeting all the security teams in Nyandarua, hopefully tomorrow, to tell them now they have a bill and they do their work. The leaders have done their job and they are finished. It is them to do their job. And I want to say, from what I have read, you leaders have done a fantastic job. If this law is implemented to the letter, this problem will be sorted in 3 months. Wale wanakunywa pombe, wakunywe baada ya kazi, sio badala ya kazi. And they drink the right stuff, isn't it? Na basi kuwe chache, mahoteli kuwe mingi na mabuchiri, na maduka, na mashule. But we're having a situation where bars are more than schools. You know, we are having in a shopping center where you have 10 buildings, 9 are bars and 1 is a shop. And we were losing an entire generation. And I really want to thank my boss, President William Ruto, because he called me and told me this situation is not terrible. And in one of the roles that I play in his government is any other duty assigned by the president. And he did task me to lead this war from the front. And I want to assure the president I will not let him down. And I really want to thank the County Assembly of Nyandarua for supporting me in such a strong manner by creating the right laws to deal with this problem. And we are going to succeed. In the next 2-3 weeks, I'll be meeting all the chiefs and assistant chiefs from the entire region, because I met the higher levels, the higher echelons. I met the OCSs, the ACCs, the DCCs. I want to meet the grassroots people to come and support your effort. Because just like you, they are grassroots people. We are not relenting on this war. Many people are trying to sell me fear. That these people who drink and the ones who drink and the ones who sell are very active politically, and my political life can come to an end. I know you are being threatened the same way. What we are saying is, if by enacting laws to protect the next generation from extinction, if by making sure the law is applied strictly to save the next generation from extinction, if that will bring our political career to an end, so be it. I don't think there is any need for any leader to lead a drunken population. I don't think there is any pride for me to be deputy president and everybody where I go, they are all staggering and they are sleeping in ditches. I would like to lead sober people, dignified people. That is how you enjoy leadership. People who are prosperous, people who work hard, people who are smart, people who are able to take care of their children, people who are able to take care of their families. No leader worthy sort want to lead a drunken population, broken homes, people who are battered, young people sleeping in the trenches, staggering in meetings. I don't think any leader worthy sort would be interested in leading that kind of population. And I want to say this problem is national. but Central Kenya was the hardest hit because I think the previous administration, either by design or by default, had an intention to wipe out our young generation in the mountain. Because all the bad alcohol, all the illicit drinks, all the poisonous substances were taken to the Central Kenya region. They were sold during daylight when chiefs are there, police are there, nobody cared, and we were losing almost an entire generation. And I really want to thank President William Ruto for taking the bold step, very courageous, and asking me to lead this war. I'll be going also to the Coast Province, where there is a big problem of the hard drugs. It is a lot, it's quite huge in the Coast Province. And the leaders there have called me to go and try to initiate the effort and give it momentum so that we can work on it. So Mimi, I want to say what to Nyandarua, you know you are my people. I am one of you. You know I have a farm there in Shamata. Na iko pahali nimepata pesa kidogo. So nitakuja mwezi ujao, nichore kanyumba, niweke hapo. Ile Christmas uliona watu wamekuja kwangu Nyeri, Mungu akikubali. Christmas hii nitakuwa na watu ya Nyandarua pale Shamata. I'm going to build something there, little kanyumba kidogo hapo ya mzee, fingira kidogo, tukue tukiongea hapo mambo yetu. So I am very happy that my county of Nyandarua is going to be sober, because I'm also a sober leader. So ningekuwa na huzuni mingi nikiwa ulevi kupidukia ndio imezunguka mimi nyumbani. Kwa hivyo mimi nashukuru sana watu ya nyumbani. And you know we have come with the president of Nyandarua, I think 7 times. The president and I love Nyandarua. President anapenda Nyandarua sana vile mnampenda, na mimi napenda Nyandarua kwa sababu mimi ni mmoja wenu. Na kwa hivyo tutafanya hii kazi pamoja. Dunyonjeru, the road is on course. The president gave directions na makaratasi imeanza. So hivi karibuni itaanza. Msikuwe na wasiwasi. The financial autonomy of counties is on course. We agreed. Kila arm of government should be allowed to have financial autonomy so that the executive does not control you. And I want to thank this assembly of Nyandarua and the speaker for your leadership, because you are united. We had a very difficult assembly in the last administration, where the assembly was fighting with the governor, they were fighting among themselves, affecting service delivery. Bwana Speaker nasema hongera, under your leadership and the House leadership, mumeweka Nyandarua pamoja. You are oversighting the governor, but not obstructing from performance. And that is what an assembly should do. Oversight the governor for good governance, but allow him to work, facilitate him, pass his budget, allow him to function. But perhaps you need to oversight, please oversight him. And that is the way things should go. Even in the national government, we have told the National Assembly, the Senate, oversight us. There is no problem. Where we are wrong, correct us, but support us where we need to do the right thing. So I really want to say that you people have done very well. And muendelee, na nitakuwa nikialika nyinyi from time to time, na nyinyi pia mnanialika. Tunakuja, tunakunywa chai pamoja, tunaongea mambo yetu. And I'm very clear in my mind that grassroots leaders are very important. I have tremendous respect for grassroots leaders, our MCAs, because they live with the people. Ukitaka kujua ground inasema nini, uliza hawa waheshimiwa. Those of us in Nairobi, we may not know what the ground is saying. These are the ground because they stay on the ground. Hakuna MCA anaishi kwa anakaa tu hapo. Manyumba yenu haina gate, wananchi wanaingia wakitoka. I know what it means in terms of straining you. Munaletewa mashida mingi. And that is why we are happy the courts have allowed the laws on health to go on, so that this burden that you have been having of hospital bills, of raising funds every weekend, will be a thing of the past. Tutapunguza NHIF from 5 to 300, so that everybody has a cover. Mtu akigonjeka, anaenda hospitali, anatibiwa, anapewa dawa, anaenda nyumbani. So in another 1 year, hii maneno ya harambe za weekend sitaisha. And it will be a relief to all of you. I know muko na mambo ya matanga. I know you have many issues. So we are still committed, the way the president agreed, to meet the 800 MCAs from our part of the political divide. We are going to create a date, mkuje tukue na mazungumzo na rais, tukubaliane. so that we can be able to make progress. Again, I think, Bwana Speaker, na watu ya forum ya MCAs will organize, I meet the speakers from the region so that we share with this bill and they tell us wamefikisha wapi, so that we can also urge them on to conclude haraka haraka, so that wale watu wasitoroke Nyandarua waende Nyeri, because that is what will happen with this bill. Wale hawezi wacha wale ya kuuza vitu baya baya watatoka Nyandarua waende Nyeri, ama waende Kirinyaga, ama waende Kiambu, ama waende Murang'a, ama waende Nakuru. So we want to tighten this thing around the whole space and the whole country, so that wawachana na hii biashara, warudi kwa shamba tukalime pamoja na hawa. And that is what will happen. And I want to ask our traders to know that they are also parents. Much as they are trying to make money, they cannot make money by selling our young people poison. They cannot be rich by killing our people. Even God cannot bless their wealth. Let them look for honest means to earn their livelihood. There are many businesses you can do and make money without killing other people. Mimi sitaki kusema mingi, ile siasa naendelea, mwachana kazi ni hii. You know, let me say, those who want to lead, hii vijana wakikufa utaongoza nani? Come, kwanza tuokoe generation. Then unaweza kujipanga nao huko mbele, isn't it? If these young people are all dead, wamepoteza vitambulisho, wanalala kwa mtaro, wewe unataka kuongoza, utaongoza hawa, utaongoza nani? There will be nobody to lead. Let us first preserve this generation. And let us not be transfixed with the childish politics of succession, of elections. We have barely come from elections. 1.5 years. People want service. Watu wanataka kuhudumiwa, watu wanataka kujua mambo ya barabara, mambo ya ukulima, mambo ya stima, mambo ya maziwa. Sasa mambo ya uchaguzi ni tuachane na hiyo maneno. I want to appeal to everybody, more so in our region, which people look a little bit confused. Let us focus on service delivery, and we want this region of ours, all this region, to be united under President William Ruto, the way tulikubaliana, tuunge yeye mkono, tuwache mambo mingi, na tufanyie wananchi kazi. Na aria mara fagira gitaro giki gitu merwa tiri mukugire akori leo na alikia. Kwa hivyo mimi nimeshukuru sana.